Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's jump right in. So for this video, we're going to create a soccer ball and add some force to it. We're going to try to get it feeling like a real life soccer ball. So first, let's drag in our soccer ball model. The texture didn't drag over, so you might as well just use a sphere in Unity. It'd probably be nicer anyway. We're just going to take the ball and adjust the size to make it soccer ball size. And then we're going to add a rigid body to it, and this will add the gravity and some functions that we want to the ball. This is what I was talking about when I was utilizing the character controller and rigid body together. Next, if you didn't add the sphere from Unity, we're going to add a sphere collider to the ball so it can bounce around and not just fall through the floor. So let's push play and see what we've got in. It doesn't bounce. It just slams into the ground. And it won't roll, it's more of a step. So we have to fix that. What I think we should do is first we need to make it look nice and make sure it bounces. So we need to create a material with the texture of a soccer ball. And next we'll create a physics material, and we'll call it bouncy ball. Let's change the settings of the physics material. The dynamic and static frictions we can set to 0, and the bounciness to 0.95. We don't want it to be 1 because the bouncing will stay constant. 0.95 gives it a real kind of soccer ball bounce. Alright, so let's drag that material onto the ball and voila, it bounces. Still a stepping stone though, so we've got to get beyond that. Before that though, let's get this looking like a soccer ball. I have this soccer ball texture that I got from Google, and it should be fine. It doesn't look exactly like a soccer ball, but you'll get the gist of it. Pop the texture in the albedo, and I'm not going for extreme detail. If we were, you could make a normal map of the ball and give it some real texture. I'm just going to adjust the tiling a little bit, because it looks a little freaky like this. Some kind of space soccer ball. There we go. That looks close enough. Let's just change the Y tiling. Alright, and we have a Star Wars soccer ball. So if we just adjust the offset, and you can adjust the settings to get it wherever you like. Me, I like it like this. It looks fine. So a little bit more fine tuning just to make the good round numbers. And there we go. Looks good to me. Kind of soccery. Now I'm just going to change the smoothness and metallicness. You can adjust everything to whatever makes it seem realistic enough for you. And I like this. Before we create the ball script, let's just organize everything a little bit. We're going to put the textures in a texture folder, materials in a material folder, and the physics materials in the... you get it. Now to get the ball reactive, we're going to create a box collider on the front of our character. We're going to make it the size of our character so we can steamroll the ball instead of stepping over it like it's a stair. Don't forget to freeze the ball's Z rotation and position since we're doing a 2D style game here. And if we test it, you see it's pushing. We don't step over it. But it's still not acting like a real ball. So what we need to do is create a script for it. Let's call it ball movement. Drag it onto the ball and open it in Visual Studio. I'm going to clear everything out of here and create a private transform, and we'll call it hitter. Don't forget the underscore. This is going to be the person hitting the ball. Next, we'll check the ball's on collision enter. A quick if collision.collider compare tag is player. Then we're going to set the hitter equal to this character. Then we'll check the same thing for on collision exit. If it's the player, then we'll set the hitter equal to null. And now we're going to create a method called add force. We're going to take the difference of the position of the character and the position of the ball and add an opposite force to the ball. So first we need a vector 3. I'm going to call it distance. And we'll set that equal to the position of the hitter minus the position of the ball. Now let's make a private rigid body to add force to the ball. We'll do rigid body.add force. And then we'll pass in a vector 3, so let's do negative distance, since we want the opposite, times time.delta time, times 10, to make it a little greater, 10, 10 exit. Now let's change those comments, so let's set hitter equal to collision transform in the enter, and then on the exit, let's set hitter equal to null. In the update function, let's call add force, and a little adjustment. In the add force method, let's do if hitter is not equal to null. So we'll only call what's inside if there is a hitter. So let's test this out a bit. Dang, it's still stepping over it. Not really working. Something's going wrong. Let's check out the code. Okay, so we forgot to instantiate the rigid body. So let's call the start function and set rigid body equal to get component rigid body and test it again. And it looks better. Like, we're definitely dribbling the ball. We're adding a little force, but not enough. Let's check debug mode to make sure the hitter's actually registering. I mean, yeah, we have the hitter. It is pushing the ball. The problem is that the amount of force is a little bit too small. So let's get rid of the time.delta time and voila, it works. And that's all for this video. So make sure to like and subscribe and check out the next one where we'll handle the scoring system. Thanks. Bye.